Hi everyone, this is Laurel with Guided by Love, and I'm here for you every day. I am going to do a daily angel message, and this is for Tuesday, Terrific Tuesday, and this is for July 22nd. So we're coming upon the new moon, and we're in Mercury retrograde. And I was reading about one of the energy videos that I was listening to, the frequency music, talked about the Mercury retrograde and how it is influencing the mind heart balance. So really cool. Um, I am going to use the Blessed Bee deck, and I am going to use the Inner Child deck for the main messages, and we're going to get a bonus card from the Jesus deck. Love this deck. Thank you, Liz Harrison, for gifting it to me. All right, so let's get a blessing for the day. What is the blessing? Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, what's the blessing for this Tuesday, or whenever you see this? Tuesday, July 22nd, or whenever you see this, what's the blessing? Ooh, a blessing for good work. Number 18. And with the Kingfisher there, you're sure to have abundance flowing in, lots of healing energy. And look, it's all sitting along the mind. I love it. Yeah, love it. And see, she's got the white, the purity down here toward the heart. So lots of growth taking place in the mind, in the crown chakra area, and the Kingfisher bringing in abundance. So, but a blessing for good work. And that could mean good work as in you're getting a new job, or it could be good work in that Spirit is saying, a blessing because you've done such good work for Spirit. Okay. So let's get some inner child messages. I thought this would be important as well. Really working on reconnecting with the inner child during this time as well. So Holy Spirit, angels, and guides, what are the messages for this Tuesday, July 22nd, or whenever you see this? Yeah, what are the messages? It's Tuesday. Wow, it's very consistent messages. Wow, and then the bottom of the deck is let go of the past, 21. It's time to envision a new story for yourself. So this is letting go, and look at all the lotuses rising above the muck and the mire, rising above the water, the emotions. This is, the light workers coming to the surface, emerging into something more, envisioning more for themselves, and walking toward the temple path. You see in the background, this looks like a temple. Sorry about that. This looks like a temple, and I just see her walking toward this temple path, taking the higher road, taking the higher path, the temple path, but wanting more, envisioning more for your life is the overall energy. So focusing on what you want, not on what you don't want. And this is 21, which I always find so amazing because the World card in the traditional tarot is 21. So this is a wrapping up, a completion of karmic cycles in your life. And then we have be still. Cultivate a space of stillness and silence to just be. And number 4, so this is bringing in stability, security, and safety. The more that you allow stillness in, silencing the mind, and just allowing Spirit to bring in energy, healing energy to you, and allow Spirit, surrendering to allow Spirit to do. And I just had a burp. Releasing fear, so they can release fear and bring in expansion of love. And then we have connect to the eternity within. So this is another message about going within. Let yourself be held by love. So really important to go within today for Tuesday. And this is number 9. This is shedding, the wood snake, helping shed anything that no longer serves us. really shedding it from the inside. And as we shed it inside, the outside is going to change. And this is, and I love how it's almost got the crescent moon there in the background as well. And we're approaching the new moon on the 24th. So I believe that's Thursday. And the crescent comes the day after the waxing crescent. So, and that looks like the very start of the waxing crescent. But this is connecting to the eternity within. So if you have a twin flame, connecting with them on the higher realms, let yourself be held by love. Envisioning you meeting them on the 5D, envisioning meeting them and giving them a hug, you getting a hug, and just being surrounded by the peace and the tranquility of the love and the light from the other side, which is so healing in itself. And it looks like she's in this cleansing pool, healing pool, on the other side. And then it says, be present, find clarity in the moment. And this is, when you're present in the moment, clarity comes in. You may see some visions. You may get some visions through this next new moon phase. And this is a 3. So birth, death, rebirth. This is emerging into something greater than you thought you were. This is, that new moon in the center. This is, the new moon is about manifesting, but it's also about releasing fears and, letting go of any fear, staying in the present moment to connect with your gifts and to, open up to your intuition. And then we have, it's time to celebrate. How great is that? A number 20, which, the 0 emphasizes the 2, which is, the universe has your back. Cultivate an air of celebration today. So really, you'll see the butterflies. It looks like one is half out of its cocoon and the other one is just kind of out, and they're just kind of laying there like they're, I would imagine like, oh, we just got through this major metamorphosis and we need to celebrate, but they're kind of moving kind of slow. And so they're laying there relaxing and celebrating, seeing the sun again, having the colors in their wings again, having their wings again. But just celebrating how far they've come on their journey is important today. And really, giving yourself a hug for how far you've come and the changes that you've made, because this shows a lot of change. And let's get a message, a bonus message from the Jesus deck. So, Holy Spirit, angels, Jesus, what is it that we need to know for this Tuesday, July 22nd, or whenever you see this reading? Love one another as I have loved you. So is the message for today. And it shows all these people coming up. And here's this little girl bringing Jesus this bouquet of flowers. And he says, love each person as I have loved you. That means set aside any differences. That means forgiveness. That means, oh my goodness, that means surrendering your will for thy will. As far as divine timing on your twin flame journey or your light worker journey, surrendering your will to thy will, to God's will, to Jesus' will. And it's remembering to put yourself in the other person's shoes, and that we are all one, and it's looking for the light in the other person, in the other people. So beautiful message. And the bottom of the deck is, have faith in God. Have faith in a bigger plan for your life. have faith as the innocence of a child does. They have that faith. There was a little girl. I read this story. It was so beautiful. One of the little girls that got killed in the Texas flooding on the Guadalupe River. She was, as the water was rising, she was only like 8 or 9 years old, and as the water was rising in their cabin, they were trapped. They couldn't get out, and as the water was rising, she was, the other little girls were panicking, and she was saying, "Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Jesus has us. Don't be scared." Isn't that just beautiful? So it's like the innocence. Remember the innocence. Have faith that there's a bigger plan for our lives. Namaste.